sit down on your mats, cross-legged, or again, if this isn't comfortable, you can come to lie down. So we're just going to settle in here, just seeing how we feel, just arriving in our practice this morning. Close your eyes for me, a soft gaze, and just notice. How are you feeling this morning? How is that breath entering the body? Is it feeling like it's a little bit congested, or do you have that nice, easy flow with the breath this morning? So just allowing ourselves just a few moments to notice how we feel. The breath's a really good indicator. As you sit here, you can just gently rock the head from side to side, just getting some movement in through the neck. And then bringing your chest, or your chin, sorry, to your chest. So just dropping chin to chest. And take a full stretch here, breathing deep into the body. Feeling that length through the back of the neck, all the way through the length of the spine. Navel draws in. If you were here last night in yoga, maybe you start to practice that Ujjayi breath. That ocean breath, slight restriction in the throat. Making a sound, but with the mouth closed. Inhale, lifting the head up to center. Keeping the eyes closed if you're happy to. Just bring right ear to right shoulder, just stretching through that left side of the neck. And then back through center, right ear, or left ear to left shoulder, sorry. And stretching through the right side of the neck. Back through center. Now you're going to turn your gaze to look over the right shoulder. Take a breath. Coming back through center and take the gaze over the left shoulder. Just stretching through here. Full breath. Inhale back through center. From here, you're just going to drop your chin almost over sort of towards your right shoulder and then roll the neck all the way down through the middle over to the left. Then dropping the chin back down towards the chest, rolling through center and rolling the head over towards the right shoulder. Just keep that going a few more times here. Try and find some softness in the arms, in the face, and not causing any tension anywhere else. Just gentle movements. Sitting up nice and tall. And this time when you arrive towards the right shoulder, just start to slowly take your gaze up towards the ceiling, leading with the nose over towards your left. So we are moving slowly here, not doing any vigorous circles, just really being mindful with the neck, but stretching through. Pause on the left shoulder and take it the other way, up, over to the right, and down. If you find a place that you feel you need a bit more, then you can stay there and just stretch. And then coming back through center, chin to chest. Inhale, roll the shoulders open, gently open your eyes if they're closed. Bring your hands behind you, fingertips facing away. You can come onto the fingertips, so don't feel like you have to have the palms face down here. And from here, you're just going to open up through your chest. So inhale, roll the shoulders back, open up through. Exhale, soften. So it's like you're just coming back to that normal seat. Inhale again, roll those shoulders back, open up through the chest. Full breath. Exhale, soften. One more here. Inhale, open up. Exhale, soften. From here, bring in the legs nice and wide, out in front of you. Just move any fleshy bits out of the way. We're not here for too long. So from here, inhale again, roll those shoulders back. Just allow your hands to be wherever you're comfortable. Toes start to flex towards the shins, so bringing the toes towards the face. Nice, strong seat here. So we're pushing down through our thighs, and through our calves, bringing the toes. So the legs are all active. Navel draws in. Strong, seated position. Take another breath. Keeping the legs active, start to walk your hands on an exhale forward. Coming into a wide-legged fold. If this is too much, you can soften through the feet a little bit. You'll be surprised how, when you soften through the feet, the legs just relax a little bit more. So you won't get as much as a stretch here, but you will still get a stretch. Take another breath. Inhale, slowly coming back up through center. Bringing the feet in and then coming, if you're not already, to the length of your mat, so you've got your feet on the floor, knees are bent. Roll the shoulders back, open up through the chest. So lots of heart openers today, really focusing on bringing the shoulder blades towards each other. This heart opener, allowing lots of love to come in and sending lots of love out. And physically, always that stretch across the chest. Quite often we're rounded here on phones or computers and things, so just allowing some space. Notice how you feel in the hips. Send the right foot away from you, so the right foot is long. Right hand's going to come on the outside of the left knee, keeping the left foot next to the right leg. Just slowly open up to the side. So just a gentle twist here, flexing through the toes of that right foot, of that straight leg. And then exhale, coming back through center. Just allow this left knee now to fold out towards the side. So the left foot is either next to the calf, next to the knee, or next to the upper thigh. So we're in this position, okay? Inhale, open up. Take the arms all the way above the head, left to right. We're going to exhale, fold over this right foot. So your hands can be placed wherever, but allow that length through the spine. Use that inhale to lengthen, and using the exhales just to fold, just to soften here. Full breath. Asking yourself that question of how are you feeling today? Is there anything that you can let go of? Any tension in the body that you're holding? Using this practice to find some ease and softness here. Inhale, coming back up through center. Sending the left foot out in front of you, bending the right foot now. So the left foot is long, roll the shoulders back. Left hand comes on the outside of the right knee. Right hand comes behind you on your fingertips, and then open up, rolling that right shoulder back. If it's too much holding onto the outside, you could just hug the knee here. You can really hug this knee in if you want to get a bit more of a twist, more of a rinse into the digestive system. It's entirely up to you. Or you can take up a bit of space here. Full breath. And then exhale, coming back round. Allowing your right knee to fall out now. Placing that right foot wherever is comfortable. Getting seated Inhale, take that leg, flexing through the left toes, and exhale, folding forward. So reaching to the foot, to the calf, maybe to the knee. Again, remembering to take that inhale for length, inviting that breath in. The exhale, we can soften and fold, stretching into back, the back of the left leg, maybe into that right hip also. Inhale, coming back up. Okay, so from here, we're actually going to come to standing. So take a moment just to come up, and then we're going to bring our feet hip width apart, nice space between the feet. Just lift the toes and just notice the awareness in the foot though. When you lift the toes, you find that groundedness. You also will have locked your knees because that's just what we do in our body. Just see if you can soften the knees slightly and then allow the toes to find the earth. Roll the shoulders back. Okay, from here, we're just going to gently start to swing the arms left to right. If you start this and you feel like you don't have enough space in your knees or in your feet, then widen your stance. Just going to get a little bit of movement in here. Allow the feet to move. They don't have to be rooted, completely stuck to the floor. Just getting some movement through the body. Allow the arms to really swing, okay? Eventually they'll almost feel really, really heavy in the hands. The arms can feel light, but you have that weight. It's like you're swinging a weight around. Breathe here. Inhale and exhale. You can even speed up your breathing on this to really ignite that fire within. So you can start to move through there with the breath. A few more, maybe speed it up just a little bit. And then slowly come back to center and pause. Close your eyes. Just notice anything that's going on in the body. Maybe you have that tingling in your fingers. Inhale, open your eyes. Okay, from here, I'm just going to get some movement with the arms. So we're just going to bring the arms up at shoulder height, and then you're going to start to just get some circles. Okay, so just really working into those shoulders, nice big circles. Coming forward with the arms at the moment. Find that breath. And then take it the other way. Arms come back. So when my arms go back, they become very clicky. So just notice what's going on in the body. Notice how those arms feel. Full breath here. Hopefully you're feeling that lightness in the body as we start to just get a little bit of energy into our bodies this morning, feeling that breath, that prana, and then slowly coming back. Shake off the arms, keeping the feet where they are. Just either bring your hands to your hips, or you can bring your hands on your lower back, fingers facing down, roll the shoulders back. So it's entirely up to you. If this is too much in the shoulders, bring your hands here. We're just going to start to create really small circles with the hips. But I want you to imagine almost like there's a rod from the crown of your head to the space in between your feet, to the center, okay? And we're trying to keep our head in that line, and imagine that you're rolling your hips around that rod, okay? Sounds a little bit strange, but it's that visualization. I want you to imagine that there is like a pole there that you're moving your hips around. So you're trying to keep your head still, and it's that hip movement. Reverse, go the other way. I'm sure I probably could have thought of another way to describe that, but it's all good. Try and soften through the knees. Feet are rooted here. rolling back through. Then just take those hips just a little bit slower, and then coming back through center. Hands on the hips now. We're going to start to do a figure of 8. So if you, for me, going one way is fine. It's when we have to reverse it. So what I want you to do, hands on your hips, is if you're going across a diagonal with your left hip going towards the left side, then you roll the left hip back, right hip goes towards the right, roll it back. So you're just moving. Imagine you're drawing a figure of 8 with your hips. You can get into this as much as you want to. Invite the shoulders. Just get some movement in here. You can take your feet wider if you want to really get a bit more expression here, a bit more of a stretch, and then reverse it. Normally where, oh, I did it that time. It's normally where I mess up. I just end up swinging my hips. Take one more breath here. And then coming back through center, shaking off the legs, shaking off the arms. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit more loose and stretched out here. So we're going to come to the front of our mats. Feet hip width apart. Take a full breath. We're just going to do some movement with the arms here. Okay, so we're going to inhale, reach those arms all the way up. Palms come to touch. Exhale, hands come back down by your side. And again, inhale, reaching the arms up. Palms come to touch. Full stretch. Exhale, hands back down. One more. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, back down. From here, soft knees. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, folding forwards. Hands can either come out in front or down by your side. Inhale, halfway length as you arrive here. So hands can either be on the floor, the shins, thighs. Maybe you send the hands behind you. Exhale, folding back down. Inhale, hands come left to right, reaching all the way up. Exhale, folding back down. Halfway lift on that inhale. Exhale to fold. Inhale, hands left to right. Push through those feet, reaching all the way up. Exhale, rolling back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding. Inhale, hands come all the way up, reaching up in front. And then this time your right hand's going to come forward, your left hand's going to come back. So you're really opening up through the chest, twisting through the hips. Allow your knees to be soft here. Left hand drops down. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, open up to the other side. Right hand comes back, left hand forward. Drop the right hand down, bend the knees. Inhale, reach up. And again, one more to each side. Left arm back, right arm forward. Drop the left hand down, bend the knees, reach the arms up. One more to the other side. Right arm back, left arm forward. Breathing here. Exhale, right hand down, bend the knees. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding back down. Staying down in this forward fold. Right hand comes out in front, forming a triangle with the hands and the 2 feet. Bend into your right knee, straighten through your left leg. Inhale, take the left arm up. Full breath here. Keep that right knee bent. Take another breath. And then looking back down towards the foot. Bend into your left knee just a little bit so the both knees are bent. And then inhale, just see if you can hover that left foot off the ground. Maybe you start to lift the left foot up, coming into our half moon pose. So the left toes start to shine off the mat, reaching left arm up. Navel draws in. that's too much, you can bring your left foot down to the ground and just be here. Taking another breath. Exhale, left knee comes back in towards the chest, round it back through, forward fold. Going towards the other side, left hand comes into the center but away from the feet. Bend into your left knee, straighten through that right. Inhale, take the right hand up. Full breath. From here, bend into this right knee, look back down towards the floor. Send that left hand just out a little bit more, maybe over towards the left side. Inhale, just see if you can hover. Maybe you're here with the right leg just hovered, right arm up. Maybe you start to come into half moon on this side. So find your balance. Right toes start to turn out towards the side of the mat. Reaching up through the right hand. Full breath here. Wherever you are, accept that today. Exhale, right hand comes down, right foot comes down to the floor, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding back down. Plant the hands, step the left foot back. Inhale here, drop the hips, but the left knee is lifted. If you need to lower the left knee, do. Dropping the hips down, rolling the shoulders back, gazing forwards. Exhale, plant the hands, stepping the right foot back, coming into our downward dog. Take a breath. You can pedal for the feet here. I'm going to remove my t-shirt because it's going to end up over my head. Okay, so just take your dog for a walk. So find that movement. And then from here, looking forward towards the front and step your left foot up. Again, gazing forward. So allow your hips to just drop. If you want to lower the knee, lower that back knee. We're here, open up through the chest. Rocking right foot up to meet the left, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Your choice. Exhale, folding back down. Hands come left to right. Reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. From here, soft knees. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, folding forwards. Maybe the legs are a little bit straighter now. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. On your next inhale, keeping the hands where they are, lifting the left foot, just bringing the knee towards the chest. So you're sort of like in this one-legged forward fold here, and then send your left foot back, coming into our low lunge. Inhale, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, plant the hands. Right foot comes back. Take a breath here. Full breath. Inhale, shifting forwards, lower the knees down. Chin and chest come down to the ground, sliding through upward facing dog or cobra. Take a breath. Get some movement in that neck. And then curling the toes under, either pushing back through plank or knees, and then we'll come back to downward facing dog. Left foot forward between the hands. Inhale, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, stepping right foot up to meet the left, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding again. Inhale, this time hands down, but it's the right knee that hovers. So imagine you're trying to really bring this right thigh in towards the chest. Right foot is active. On your next inhale, step that right foot back. Roll the shoulders back, coming in to our low lunge. Full breath. Exhale, plant the hands, step the left foot back to meet the right. Just get some movement in here through the legs. And then you can either go knees, chest and chin like we did before, or you can shift forward into plank, lower all the way or halfway, chaturanga, or upward facing dog, cobra, entirely up to you. Take a breath. Exhale. Floor meet back in downward facing dog. Full breath here. Relaxing through the head, through the face. Bend the knees, stepping the right foot forward this time. Low lunge, roll those shoulders back again. If you want to lower the knees, you can. And then we're going to rock the left foot up to meet the right. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, root your eyes, hands come left to right, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. And just pause here for a moment. So just notice how you feel. Notice the breath. Notice the energy. Maybe already from bringing those knees in towards the chest, you've started to light that fire within. Awareness of the core. Strong core helps to protect our back, and a strong back also helps to look after the front of our body. So full body movements. Soft knees. Open your eyes if they're closed. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, folding forwards. Catch a wave here, so inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding back down, plant the hands. Inhale, lift that left knee again in towards the chest. Then step that left foot back. Coming into a high lunge here, so sweeping the arms left to right. Inhale, coming all the way up. Find that balance, really reach through those feet, coming onto the toes of that back foot first of all. Exhale, soften, bend into that front leg. Find that pad of that back foot, so your arch isn't down and the heel's not down, but you're aware of the pad. Open up through the shoulders. Again, we're going to inhale, right arm back, left arm forward, look out towards the right side. Drop the right hand down, maybe bend the left knee as you do this, and then inhale, come back up into this lunge. Exhale, right hand forward, left arm back. As you drop the left hand down, maybe bend this left knee, not quite touching the floor. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands come down to the mat, stepping right foot back to meet the left. And just walking those legs, getting a stretch. Using that breath, Ujjayi breath, breathing in, breathing out. Left foot steps forward now in between the hands, repeating what we did on the other side. So find that awareness through the pad of that back foot. Inhale, hands come left to right. Push through those legs as you come all the way up. Really lifting up, starting to straighten a bit more through that front leg. And then exhale, settle in to this high lunge. Full breath here. Close twist first, so left arm's coming back. Inhale, send that left arm back. Open up through, strong through that back leg. Dropping left hand down. Maybe that right knee comes down, and then inhale, coming up. Exhale, right hand back. Take a breath. Dropping right hand down, right knee down, sorry. Inhale, reaching up, stretching through. One more to each side, left arm back. Dropping left hand down, reaching up. Last one, right hand back. Strong through those legs. Dropping right hand down, bending right knee. Inhale, reaching up. And bringing the hands down, frame that foot, stepping left foot back to meet the right and pedal the feet. Notice how the legs feel. From here, coming forward, either into chaturanga or again, knees, chest and chin, sliding yourself forward into cobra or lifting through the hips, maybe through the knees, coming into upward facing dog. Exhale, lower down, curl the toes under, lift those hips, downward facing dog. Take a breath here, breathing in, breathing out. Bend the knees, make your way up towards the front, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding back down. Hands come left to right. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, palms to touch. Bringing the hands down to the heart center. Pausing here, just finding your awareness through the feet again. You can close your eyes. So coming into our tree pose, okay, into our Friksasana. So your feet, bring them close together, maybe a little distance between the heels. And we're just going to go straight into it, okay? So you're going to move yourself over towards the right, peel your left foot up, and then just place your left foot either on your calf, on the outside of the knee, but don't push into that right knee, or maybe you hold on and you bring that left foot all the way up on the inside of the right thigh. Bring your hands to your heart. So wherever you are, enjoy that expression here. Rooting down through that right foot, but having that length through the right hip. So we're not just dropping everything down, we've still got this length. Hands to your heart. I'm going to be keeping the hands at the heart here just for a moment. If you want to, you can grow your branches. And then from here, just see if you can send that right hand forward and that left hand back, and maybe see if you can have your gaze out towards your left knee. So it does change things slightly in this pose. You might start to wobble. If it's too much, turning your head in the direction of that left knee, and bring your head to look forwards. Bringing the hands back through center, moving slowly, hands come to the heart. Maybe you can take the hands the other way. They won't go as far, really having to tap into that balance here. Right hand drops down, coming back through center. Well done. And release that left foot down. Shake off that right leg. It's a little bit of movement into the hips. We're going to go on to the other side. So don't feel like you have to do that arm movement. Okay, it's just an optional extra. Bringing the feet back together, roll those shoulders, settle in first of all. So it's always good to reset when we come back into the pose. Shifting the weight slightly to the left side. Peeling that right leg off the floor, and then again placing it where you're happy to. So whether it's in the thigh, on the shin, maybe it's on top of the left foot, so it's not anywhere too far up, so you can just get your balance here. This is a balance in itself. And then bringing the hand to your heart. Taking a breath here. You can stay here. Stay with the hands at the chest if you want to. Maybe you cactus those arms. You decide what you need here. Maybe you take the left hand forward, like you're reaching out to me, I'm reaching out to you guys. Maybe you take the right hand back. Maybe your gaze goes towards the right side. Full breath here. Lovely. Coming back through center. Hands come to the heart. Maybe you can take it the other way. Right hand forward, left hand back, looking out towards the left side. Full breath. Try and find some softness here through the shoulder, through the face. Left hand comes down, bring it back up to the heart. Lovely. Releasing that right leg down, shaking off the left leg. Brilliant. Okay, coming back to the top of the mat. Reset. So just notice how you feel there. If you got a little bit frustrated with yourself, okay, try and let that go. It doesn't matter. It's all just a practice. So we just honour where we are today. Slowly bending the knees. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding back down. Inhale, lifting that left foot off the ground again, bringing the knee in towards the chest and then sending left foot back. Lower left knee down to the ground. Inhale, sweep the arms left to right. You can come onto the top of this back foot if you want to. Reaching the arms up. Interlace the fingers here and flip the palms facing up towards the ceiling. Full breath, breathing into the left and right side of the body. Exhale, just gently stretching over towards the right. So feel that stretch through the left side. Inhale here. Exhale back to center. Inhale, stretching over towards the left side. Exhale here. Inhale again, coming all the way back through center. Exhale, bring your hands down onto the ground. Lift that back knee now and spin yourself all the way round into a wide-legged forward fold. Take a moment here. You can be in this full fold by relaxing through the head, through the shoulders. Notice if you shift your weight forward over the toes or you tend to shift your weight back. See if you can find that middle ground, that center through the feet. Maybe even bring your hands to your feet. Take a full breath. Inhale, excuse me. Inhale, coming up into our wide-legged forward fold here, or halfway lift, sorry. You're going to turn your right toes out. Okay, so your right toes are turning out almost towards the right corner of the mat. And then just see if you can sit your hips down. Okay, so you're coming into this like lunge here. Maybe you're happy here. Maybe you can sit back and lift the toes of that left foot, bringing the hands to the heart. If it's too much lifting your hands, bring them down. Maybe they can be here. Maybe you're here. Okay, you're just stretching into that leg. You might even have the hands on your hips and you're in this position. So don't feel like you have to come here. Okay, lots of modifications that you can take. And then inhale, coming back up to center. Stretch into these hips. So really imagine that you're trying to push your bottom, your hips into the wall behind you and then folding down. So you're really starting to stretch through the back of the legs. Full breath. Inhale, coming back up. Feet are now parallel, but you're now going to turn your left toes out. So your left toes, never very good at maths, maybe 45 degrees. Okay, and then you're going to shift over. And again, maybe you're here. Maybe you start to come down a bit more. I can really feel this in my right hip. So I definitely need to adjust here and just decide what works for me. So this side is definitely different since hurting my calf. So just decide what works for you. Take a breath. Maybe dropping those hips down just a little bit. Inhale, coming back up through center. Turn the toes so they're parallel again. Maybe the toes turn in. Forward fold. Heel, toe, the feet in. So they're just a little bit wider than hip width apart. Heels are turned in, toes are turned out. Inhale, halfway lift, gazing forward. Exhale, just bringing the hips down, lifting the hands out in front of you. It's like you're high-fiving or a high 10. Inhale, lifting those hips up. Exhale, dropping the hips down. Maybe it's too low here, so maybe you're here and you're inhaling, coming into forward fold. So you decide what works for you. You can move through here and here, or maybe you start to drop the hips down, that root down. Inhale, halfway lift. Strong legs here. Exhale, dropping that root down, lifting the hands. 3 more. Inhale, lifting the hips. Find a little bit of movement here. Exhale, dropping hips down, lifting the palms. Inhale, lift. Exhale, that root. 1 more. Inhale, lift, doing really well. Building that strength, building that flexibility. Exhale, rooting down. If you're here, maybe you bring your palms to touch. And then release the hands, lifting the hips. Turn yourself back round towards your right foot, so the right foot shines back to the front, stepping the left foot, coming into this lunge again. Hands come down to the mat, and stepping the right foot back. If that all got a little bit confusing, just come back into our downward dog. Take a breath. Have some movement through the head. Use that out breath to release. Stepping left foot forward between the hands. Lowering right knee down to the ground. You can come onto the top of that right foot. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Hands come together, we interlace. We flip the palms to face up towards the ceiling. And then exhale here. On your next inhale, reach the arms over towards the left. So the legs are staying rooted. We're just stretching through the right side of the body. Come as far as is comfortable. Inhale, coming back through center. Stretching over towards the right. Coming back through center. Exhale, hands come down to frame that foot. And from here, stepping left foot back to meet the right. Downward facing dog. Come to stillness in your dog pose. Pushing the weight away from the wrists. So the hips are high, you can have soft knees. The intention of heels towards the ground. And again, remember, it's just that intention. They don't have to touch. Find a spread left to right with the shoulders. We're going to take 3 breaths here. Really paying attention to that index finger and thumb mound. Inhale, shifting forward into plank. Exhale, lowering all the way down to your tummy. Inhale, take that cobra. Exhale, folding back down. This time, just bring your hands on top of each other and just rest your forehead down on top of your hands and gently rock your hips side to side. There's a lot of movement into those hips, a lot of strength building, increasing that flexibility, but we quite often hold tension. So just shaking, tapping the body is a really good way just to release that tension and allow the muscles to relax. And then slowly come to stillness. Notice if you're still gripping through the shoulders, allow the shoulders to ease. Full breath. How are you feeling today? And this should be a question that we perhaps ask every day. And if the answers are that we're not feeling too great, then is there something that we can do to change that? If we're feeling a little bit tired, is there a reason for that? Maybe we didn't get enough sleep. Maybe there's so much going on. Maybe we can't turn off our minds. So it's just those things where we take time to acknowledge what is going on. And if we really tune into our body will tell us. It will let us know what we need. We just need to lean in a little closer and listen a little bit harder. So again, how are you feeling today? And is there anything that you can do to make you feel better or make the day flow a bit better for you? From here, we're gently just going to roll over onto our backs. So you can stay where you are, but just rolling through. And allow yourself to just gently arrive here. Getting comfortable. You can allow your feet to be a little bit wider than your hips, maybe mat width. Allow the knees to fall in. And just check into this position, okay? When we move our bodies through the different positions, sometimes we do it with speed, okay? A little bit of a flow. But I always like when we arrive on our backs, it is that sort of moment, like you've arrived and everything's okay. You've got the support of the earth. So I always think it's really important just to check in here first. And then if your feet are wide, walk them hip width apart. You're going to bring your knees up so they're at a sort of 90 degrees angle. You can lift your feet as well if you want to. It's entirely up to you. From here, you're going to interlace your fingers and you're going to gently just bring them behind your head. Your thumbs can be down your neck if you want, just to support your neck. Taking a full breath here. This might actually be enough for some people. So just lifting the legs up, you can really feel it in your center, in that core. If you would like a little bit more, what we're going to do, we're moving with the breath, okay? So these are those sort of old school crunches, but we're being really mindful, okay? We're not bringing the head in towards the chest, we're keeping our gaze up towards the ceiling. We inhale on the ground like this, with the elbows left to right. As we exhale, we bring the knees closer towards the face and we lift the head and shoulders off the ground. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, squeeze. So we are going slow. We are just moving through, using the breath. Those exhales, really imagine you're bringing navel towards the spine, taking that breath. You can even really breathe out here. Five more. Last one. And then release your feet down to the ground. Allow your knees to fall wide and your soles of your feet touch. So you're coming into Supta Baddha Konasana, which is our reclined cobbler's pose. You can keep your hands where they are, so your arms and your legs are mirroring each other. And just take a breath here, breathing into the hips, into the belly. Just really notice any sensations that are going on in your body? Are there places of tension that you can ease? So I like the morning flows, the morning practice to be a bit more full of energy and for us to just tap into that prana, that energy in the body and create that energy, and also to light a little bit of fire within to almost give us that heat and that power for the day. But it's always good to find these places to pause. From here, just release the hands. Bring your hands on the outside of your thighs just so you can guide your knees back in. Send your left leg long and then bring your right foot just to rest on either your right thigh or your right knee. We're coming into a twist, but coming into it slightly different. So instead of the knee being here, we're just resting that foot on top of the left thigh. Left hand comes on the outside of the right knee and just gently guide your knees over towards the left. Again, notice if this right shoulder is rolling over as well. If it is, come back a little bit. Maybe you can plant this right shoulder on the ground and then send that right arm out. Palm up or palm down, entirely up to you. But really breathe into this stretch through the whole side of the body. You can use this right hand to just guide your hips over, your knees over a bit more if you want to. And then your head, your gaze turns towards your right hand. Take a breath here. Coming back through center, releasing the right leg down, getting yourself on the center and then bending the left knee and just placing the left foot wherever on your right leg, wherever works for you. Right hand on the outside of the left thigh, left arm out to the side and just gently rolling that left knee over. And again, just pause wherever you are, that you can still feel the contact of the ground with that left shoulder. Okay, it might be that your arm's up too high and you need to bring your arm down a little bit, but just find that contact and then turn your head towards the left. Taking another breath here. Breathing into that left side of the body. And then slowly rolling back through center. Bringing the knees up, so feet on the ground, knees are bent, feet towards the hips. Find your back on the floor, okay? So really find that awareness. Can you find your lower back, tilting that pelvis up slightly? That allows you to have that spread across the lower back, that connection. Making sure that you're not opening up through the throat here, the chin is slightly tucked, creating that nice length through the whole of the spine. Breathing in, hands come down by your side. Breathing out. Breathing in from that connection of the lower back to start to lift the hips. We're only taking one bridge here. Maybe you roll the shoulders underneath towards each other, bringing the hands underneath, clasping the hands, pushing the hands into the ground, maybe lifting the hips a little bit higher. So from here, making sure that you're keeping your spine long and straight. So you're not turning your head left or right, chest to your chin. Rooting down. One more breath. On an exhale, release the hands, bringing the hands down to the floor, releasing the hips. Lovely. Slowly bringing the knees in towards the chest, giving yourself a lovely big hug. You can even lift the head, the nose up, really wrapping yourself around, getting that good stretch into the lower back. Maybe even wiggling the feet. Take what you need, leave what you don't. And releasing the head down, releasing the feet to the floor. And we are going to come into our Shavasana pose just briefly. So Shavasana is the corpse pose with the legs out long. If that's not what you feel you want in your practice this morning, then feel free to just come to a comfortable position. That can be seated, you could be lying down with your knees bent, entirely up to you. Hands, maybe our hands can be placed left hand on the heart and right hand on the tummy today. As you breathe in, you can feel those hands gently separating away from each other as your body expands. And as you exhale and the body starts to contract backwards, your hands gently just get a little bit closer towards each other. 2 more of those. Breathing in, relaxing through the body, and breathing out. Last one, breathe in. And breathing out. Just go back to your normal breath for a moment. Only a brief pause here in the morning. If you feel like you have the time to stay here, then do. If you feel like you need that energy to carry on with your day. And gently rolling over to one side, bringing yourself back up into a comfortable seat and bringing your hands straight to your heart. So we are going to finish the practice this morning with one Om. Okay, so we breathe in and we exhale, making the sound Om. So it's not a sort of Om, it's a Om, A-U-M, if you sort of try and imagine that. Feel free to join in, you don't have to. Settle in, take a nice full breath in first of all and a nice full exhale, sitting up nice and tall. Thumbs at the heart center, breathing in. May you all have an amazing day. Bringing your hands up to the third eye. From me to you, namaste.